Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. Tonight is Monday, July 14th, 2025. Call this meeting to order and we ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Mayor Ogle?
Here.
Trustee Ledden? Trustee Savaria?
Here.
Trustee Ragoni?
Here.
Trustee Petro?
Here.
Trustee Borelli?
Here.
Trustee Rossi? Attorney Lamore?
Present.
Deputy Chief Lands?
Here.
And Village Administrator Pisha?
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barica?
Present.
And Village Clerk Schubert is here. We have quorum, Mayor.
Thank you, Clerk. If everyone would please stand with me and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next item is what's called the unanimous consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one single motion. There's no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which event that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. At this time, I ask if anyone would like to remove any items from the consent agenda. Hearing none, can I get a motion and a second to approve, please?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We'll be going through these items, so those who are in the audience or watching on Channel 6 or later on the YouTube channel know what your village board is voting on. And all of these items are available, the complete packet, on our village website at frankfortil.org. So the first item on there was the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting on June 16th of 2025. And the next item on here is the approval of the bills, and we will go to Trustee Ragoni.
Thank you, Mayor. The bills today, the general corporate fund was $421,099.20. The capital development fund, $665,681.88. The sewer and water operation and maintenance fund was $368,639.58. Sewer and water extension fund was $169,796.28, for a total of all funds of $1,625,260.95. Some notable payments were for public improvements, which included the Nebraska bridges just east here of Village Hall, as well as then the Prairie Park multi-use rehab path. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Ragoni. We have two items from the Committee of the Whole, and the first one we will go to Trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The first item is fiscal year 2026 annual appropriation ordinance. At the Committee of the Whole meeting held on June 11th, 2025, Finance Director Jenny Booth presented the annual appropriation ordinance for fiscal year 2026. In accordance with the Illinois compiled statutes, the village is required to adopt an annual appropriation ordinance within the first quarter of each fiscal year. The ordinance establishes a maximum amount the village may legally expend. The corporate authorities have determined that an appropriation of $59,366,900 is necessary to cover all anticipated expenses and liabilities for fiscal year 2026. This figure reflects the village's approved budget, plus an additional 10.48% to allow for potential adjustments in planned expenditures throughout the fiscal year. Notice of the required public hearing was published in the Daily Southtown on June 23, 2025. In compliance with that notice, the public hearing was held immediately prior to this meeting. The proposed ordinance was made available for public inspection at both the Village Hall and the Frankfort Public Library. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole, waive the first and second readings, and pass an annual appropriation ordinance providing an appropriation for corporate purposes in the amount of $59,366,900 for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2025, and ending April 30th, 2026 in the Village of Frankfort, Will and Cook Counties, Illinois.
Thank you, Trustee Savaria. Next item from also the Committee of the Whole will go to Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. We have Veolia Water Technologies Incorporated Agreement. At its July 9, 2025 meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed a proposal from Veolia Water Technologies Incorporated to perform preventative maintenance on the disc filters at the regional wastewater treatment plant. The project includes a complete overhaul and rebuild of 3 disc filters, which are essential to the final stage of clarification in the treatment process. The plant operates with 4 disc filters. However, 1 filter failed last year and required emergency repairs. Veolia Water Technologies, the original manufacturer of the disc filters, is the sole source provider for maintenance of the specialized equipment. It was the consensus of the Committee of the Whole to forward a recommendation to the Village Board to enter into an agreement with Veolia Water Technologies Incorporated for this maintenance project. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Veolia Water Technologies Incorporated for preventative maintenance and overhaul of the disc filters at the regional wastewater treatment plant in the amount of $134,531.17. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have several items from the Plan Commission, and the first item we will go to Trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor. The first item is Whisk and Flame, 10 and 12 Elwood Street. The applicant, Joe Evans, proposes to establish Whisk and Flame, an experiential culinary studio at 10 and 12 Elwood Street within the Granary Village Square. In addition to the studio, the space will include a lounge and bar area, which will be available to both class participants and walk-in patrons not attending a cooking class. To accommodate the proposed use within the H1 district, the applicant requests the granting of 4 special use permits and a parking variation. The parking variation would allow both the proposed business and existing businesses to operate with a total of 47 on-site parking spaces. The special use permit request includes the following: indoor entertainment, accessory liquor sales, restaurant, tavern, and extended hours of operation until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday only. At the June 12th public hearing held on the project, the Plan Commission reviewed the project and forwarded 4 unanimous recommendations to the Village Board to approve the special use permits and the parking variation. The motion before us is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting special use permits for indoor recreation, accessory liquor sales, restaurant, tavern, and extended hours of operation until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturdays only, to the property located at 10 and 12 Elwood Street to accommodate the operation of Whisk and Flame in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, and findings of fact, and subject to the business shall implement a minimum of 15-minute break in between classes to accommodate parking space turnover. The second motion before us is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting a variance to reduce required off-street parking from 115 to 47 parking spaces for the proposed for the property located in the H1 Historic District at 624 Elwood Street to accommodate 6-24 Elwood Street to accommodate the operation of the tenants within the Granary Village Square in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, and findings of fact.
All right, thank you. Next item, we will go to Trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. The next item is major change to a plan unit development for Curry Motors at 9423 West Lincoln Highway. Applicant Lenox Hill Construction has filed an application requesting a major change to the plan unit development for the Curry Motors property located at 9423 West Lincoln Highway. The proposal includes the construction of 7 parking spaces and a retaining wall within the vehicle storage area. As part of the PUD amendment, the applicant is requesting approval of the following 5 modifications related to impervious surface coverage and landscape island requirements. Increase the maximum allowable impervious surface coverage from 84.5% to 84.8%. Waive the requirements of the curb island at the west end of the parking row. Reduce the required minimum length of the curbed island on the east end of the parking row from 18 feet to 14 feet. Reduce the required minimum area of the curbed island at the east end of the parking row from 162 square feet to 126 square feet, and waive the required landscaping for the curbed island on the east end of the parking row. At the June 12, 2025 public hearing held on the project, the Plan Commission forwarded a unanimous recommendation to the Village Board to approve the major change to the plan unit development for the Curry Motor property. The motion before us is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting a major change to the plan unit development for the Curry Motors property located at 9423 West Lincoln Highway for the construction of 7 parking spaces and a retaining wall in the vehicle storage area in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, and finding of fact, and condition upon final engineering approval and staff approval of the landscape plan that depicts compliance with the previously approved landscape plans and adds additional plantings along the perimeter of the property.
All right, thank you, Trustee Rigoni. The last item from the Plan Commission, we will go to Trustee Petro.
Thank you. Last item before us is the Village of Frankfort zoning ordinance amendment, data centers. The Plan Commission reviewed several proposed text amendments to the Village of Frankfort zoning ordinance to establish regulations specific to data centers. The amendments create a new use category for data centers and provide corresponding definitions and regulations. At its public hearing held on June 12, 2025, the Plan Commission forwarded a unanimous recommendation to the Village Board to approve the proposed text amendments to Articles 5, 7, and 12 of the zoning ordinance. Subsequently, at its meeting on July 9, 2025, the Committee of the Whole reviewed the proposed amendments and expressed its concurrence with the Plan Commission recommendation. The motion before us is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance amending the Village of Frankfort zoning ordinance, Articles 5, 7, and 12, to establish regulations for data centers.
Okay, thank you. Now we go to an item outside of that, and we will go to Trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The next item is a resolution in support of the Illinois America 250 commemoration. On July 4th, 2026, the United States of America will commemorate its 250th anniversary, a significant milestone in our nation's history. In preparation for this historic occasion, the Illinois America 250 Commission was established to develop, encourage, and execute an inclusive commemoration and observance of the founding of the United States and Illinois' imperative role in the nation's history. The initiative offers a unique opportunity to reflect on Illinois' historical significance, honor the achievements of its people, and inspire civic pride and participation across all communities. The motion before us is to adopt the resolution in support of the Illinois America 250 commemoration, and the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Frankfort expresses its support for the Illinois America 250 Commission and encourages all Illinois communities to organize and participate in local events leading up to and culminating on July 4th, 2026 to celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Thank you. And that will be the semi-quincentennial, which will take a while for everybody to swallow that baby for 250 years. Final item on the consent agenda is an employment agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Administrator Rob Pisha, which will come before the board this evening for approval. This agreement outlines the professional duties of the village administrator, compensation terms, and other standard employment provisions associated with the position. So the motion that comes before is to approve the execution of an employment agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Village Administrator Rob Pisha. Those are all the items that are on the consent agenda tonight. We have a motion and a second. There's no further discussion on these. And we go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you, clerk. In my capacity as Liquor Commissioner, I will entertain a motion from the floor to adopt an amendment to the Liquor Code Ordinance, which authorizes an increase in the number of Class C2 licenses, which are restaurant/tavern, permitting bar and no carryouts, from 6 to 7 licenses. This amendment is proposed to accommodate liquor sales at Whisk and Flame, which is located at 10 and 12 Elwood Street in the H1 Historic District. The motion before us is to waive the first and second readings and pass an ordinance amending the Village of Frankfort Code of Ordinances, Chapter 113, Intoxicating Liquor, Section 113.20, to increase the number of Class C2 liquor licenses from 6 to 7 in the Village of Frankfort. Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed or abstain? All right, that motion carries. We just completed the Frankfort Bluegrass Festival yesterday. It was a fantastic weekend. The weather was wonderful. The music was just amazing, the performers, and we appreciate everything that this all-volunteer group who puts this on has done. This is started 15 years ago. This was their 13th year doing it. 2 years was shut down in the state by the governor's orders, and it's come back, and it's better than it ever has been. But these volunteers worked tirelessly to, and including our treasurer and some other members here, to put on this festival. And it's a free festival, very family friendly, and it was just a great reflection of what Frankfort is in the sense of community. So Steve Haberichter and his team who put this all together and all their volunteers, we want to thank you. And I think everyone who attended also was very pleased, and they want to thank you also. The cruise in Frankfort continues every Monday night through September 22nd. It's from 5 to 8 in downtown Frankfort. It's going on right now. The Frankfort Library will host their final 2 Friday on the Green events for the 2025 season. There's this Friday the 18th will be the Spoon Man, and then on Friday, July 25th, we'll be Coasting with a Cop. Both events run from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. on Bright or Green, and you can get more information at frankfortlibrary.org. It's a great partnership between the Village of Frankfort and the Frankfort Public Library District. The Frankfort Country Market continues every Sunday through October 26th, and that's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in downtown Frankfort. And the concert on the Green Entertainment for Sunday, the July 20th, which is coming up, is the River Road Trio, a country rock group. They're from 6:30 to 8 p.m. That's a free concert, of course. And you could visit frankfortchamber.com for the concert on the Green 2025 schedule for the rest of the year as well. And then we'd also like you to invite you to come out and join us for the Night Out Against Crime. And that's the Frankfort Police Department. It's on Tuesday, August 5th. It's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Bright or Green. This free family-friendly event will feature kickball with a cop, face painting, DJ entertainment, touch a truck program, and free hot dogs, which will be available for the first 600 attendees. And that's it tonight for the mayor's report. And we will go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for board comments.
Thanks, Mayor Ogle. Our next meeting will be a board meeting on Monday, August 4th, here at Village Hall at 7 p.m. And our Committee of the Whole meeting will be Wednesday, August 13th at 5:30 p.m. So we are back on our regular schedule in August. That's all I have.
All right, great, thank you. Trustee Savaria.
I just wanted to thank staff in Public Works and our police department for the great job they did during Bluegrass Fest. I was able to spend a little time down there on Saturday. It was a great time. Really appreciate everything you guys did. Also want to welcome Whisk and Flame and congratulate them, and looking forward to their establishment to open.
Good, thank you. Trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to welcome the 2 new businesses that we issued business license in June. I'd also like to congratulate Whisk and Flame as well as Curry Motors, who continues to expand and improve their property right on Route 30. As I say, any business owner has an opportunity to select any community, and they've continued to choose Frankfort, so I thank them for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to thank and congratulate all that helped plan and volunteer at the recent Bluegrass Festival. The weather sure did cooperate, and what a wonderful event it really is. I also wanted to highlight Whisk and Flame, as that is a new business in our downtown Frankfort area, and it really aligns well with the comprehensive plan in some of the identified areas where people wanted more activities, and so bringing in a culinary experience, I think, is just a great complement to the restaurants that are already down there. So well done to our Plan Commission and staff for getting that all the way through to today. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor. The Bluegrass Fest was a tremendous, huge thank you to Steve Haberichter, his wife Nikki, a tremendous group of volunteers that put that thing together. That is something else. The headliner, Del McCurry, is playing at the Grand Ole Opry on Wednesday. So from Frankfort to Grand Ole Opry, that doesn't happen very often on on many musical tours. So that says something about the talent that was there. The atmosphere was incredible, and so thank you to everyone that helped put that together, including our police and public works for the support. I drove by there last night. It was already spotless. Drove by again this morning. All the garbage cans were gone. I mean, it was unbelievable. You wouldn't even know that there was this huge festival there this weekend. So great job to Public Works. Trustee Rigoni mentioned the bridge on Nebraska. It looks awesome. They did a fantastic job with that as well. So another shout out to Public Works. Nice little improvement. Little things like that go a long way in a town like ours. Also wanted to thank Rob for signing up for another 4 years. He's been a tremendous asset to our community, and we're lucky and fortunate to have him again for another 4 years. So thank you, Rob. And then I wanted to wish my daughter, who turned 11 yesterday, a happy birthday. We had a great time at Lincoln Park Zoo. And I also want to wish a happy birthday to Trustee Ledden's dad and his son Danny, who are celebrating birthdays this week. And I'll stop there.
Okay. All right, thank you, Trustee Brewer. Is there any other business to come before the board tonight? No. All right. This is the point called public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who'd like to come before the board for public comment? Hearing none, can I get a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.